Yo, what's up? This is Aya. How are you? Thank you for joining me on my channel, A Very Good Life. It has taken me a minute to get into the zone. I've honestly been trying to record this video all week. I guess it's that Mercury and Pisces that make me foggy, and I've been listening back to my videos. I'd be like, what are you talking about, and why are you rambling? So I'm gonna pick the major points and go from there, and that should make me make myself happy. You guys could have very well have enjoyed the other 6 videos I made, but for some reason I just, when you're in the zone and you ain't in the zone, you just can feel it. I could feel it. So we are talking about wanting to discuss this new moon energy. How does the full moon affect us? Well, honestly, it heightens your energy, and I think it's snowing outside. I'm in Atlanta, so it's cold today. It feels like a Christmas crispy cold day. It was hot as hell on Christmas. This is Atlanta. That's how it is. How does the full moon affect us? It removes a veil. It removes, it heightens your subconscious energy. And whatever is really, truly there, it shines a light on it. It shines a light on it. And that could be good, or it could be evil. It could be insanity. The moon is about lunacy. People say it's called lunacy, right? And that's because I feel like human beings want to control energies. We don't like that we have to work with the energies. We would like to be able to master them. I mean, look at all we do to try to get a hold and a grasp around it. But during the full moon, you just can't really predict. It's unpredictable. The moon is even more, the energies and how it affects everybody is unpredictable. So the moon being in Leo, I would recommend that you do some inner child worship. You get in touch with your higher self, your inner passions. Go have some fun, celebrate yourself. I see that Venus has entered into Aries yesterday, actually, and it's conjunct Lilith and Chiron. Now, Lilith is a dark moon goddess. The mythology behind her is that she was there before Eve in the Garden of Eden with Adam, and she was smart and she was woke, so to speak, but she was smarter than the man, right? And so she got pushed underneath. She got pushed away and kicked out of the garden and kicked out of the benefits of being connected to the celestial realms. It was told to her that she was overstepping her boundaries by being independent, by being true to her feelings and what she saw and how she felt. Like she had the game figured out, and they ain't like it. That's what they say in the mythology. And so that's a place of rage. That's a place of feminine rage, maybe of violence towards the self, to where your feminine aspect feels like it's not seen or heard. And so, and then we have this Chiron here in Aries going strong, to where we are taking our wounds by the horns. Aries is represented by the ram, and we are deciding to move forward with them anyway. Now, okay, so I'm always going to dig into trauma and the subconscious mind. That's what I'm here to do, to help people rebirth. But the mundane aspects of Venus and Aries would be that you're going to be highly attractive. You could get into really quick relationships that start off with a lot of passion. If you haven't already, a lot of times before these transits happen, as the shadow of it will kick in, you'll feel, you'll make, it'll be a energy of fools rush in, you know. You might feel like you've fallen in love, or you have found the one, especially with this energy in Pisces as well, like all this good old energy in Pisces. And you might have deep conversations, or conversations that give you the illusion that someone is part of your soul tribe, or the one for you, or perfect for you. And then after the transit is over, the relationship just might come to an end. Or you might find out the truth, and it might be a tumultuous relationship, because Venus, when it comes to love, is in its downfall in Aries, because you can't build a relationship just off of passion, off of attraction. That's just the beginning. That's Aries is about beginnings. So look at this as a beginning. If you look at it more as, okay, the attraction is the beginning. Let me peer underneath the hood. Let me give this 3 months before we hop into bed together. Let me give it 3 months to actually get to know his middle name, or her last name, or her mama name, you know? And that will save you some heartache or some disillusionment, feeling like, you know, fuck love, fuck this, fuck relationship. I mean, we get to that point to where we feel that way, but look at what the actions that you took to lead you to that, and then give the universe a break. You know, you could have used those energies in a different way. I'm gonna show you how to use it in a different way than that. That's a mundane aspect, okay? So you can use it to learn how to enjoy being independent. Enjoy being a free spirit. Enjoy getting in contact with your inner child stuff, the stuff that your inner child is made of. What's the stuff your inner child's made of? Well, first, you know, primitively, your inner child is that thing that is mad at you for not doing what you love to do. Children want to play. Children want to be selfish and put themselves first. It's primitive. It's needed. You have to have that. Those are called boundaries. That's the beginning of creating a boundary between you and other people. In order to have a personality, what comes with the personality is boundaries. A lot of us have. Ooh, it's really snowing. Oh my God, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't have any groceries. I'm not going out there. Wow. It usually don't snow till March. Okay. Boundaries are created by personality when it comes to relationship. Like, this is really who I am. And this is what I'm not going to allow to change, or I'm not going to, for example, purpose. Purpose is part of personality to me. Purpose is innate. It's a seed inside of you that was given to you before you were born. If you talk to some shamans who deal with tribes, they ask the mother before the mother gives birth to go. Well, they can bring the mother into a trance and get the child to speak through the mom about what their purpose is before they're actually born. And I've been reading like tribal books and stuff like that. This is where I'm getting this information from. Yeah. And so purpose is within you, and you need your purpose. You need your personality in order to live out your purpose. You need your independence, and your inner child is the seed of that. You celebrating who you really are, how you shine, what you like to do. And it might be what you used to like to do when you were a kid, before other people came in and told you it wasn't cool, or you weren't worthy, or you got whoopings for speaking out of turn, um, or other people didn't give you the attention. Neglect can make you hide your gifts and talents as well. And so we want to get out of neglecting our true identity. Within the next couple of days, Moon will be trying Mars. The moon will be trying Mars. Right now, the moon is trying Venus and Lilith and Chiron. Now, Chiron is the wounded healer. So you have like this beautiful wounds that you have thought have been ugly inside of you. Maybe you thought your selfishness was ugly. Maybe you thought your selfishness was unneeded. Maybe you thought your ego needs to be eradicated. The ego doesn't need to be eradicated. You need to learn how to work with it within society. You're still the same person you were when you were a toddler. You're just taller and bigger, and you have the ability to reason and think before you act. There is no reason why Venus and Mars should turn you into a toddler, a narcissist, basically. Narcissistic people, I don't know what happened to their brain development, but they don't care to reason with themselves before they speak or take action. They don't consider cause and effect. Now I hear some people being like, well, this Venus in Aries trans was going to make you just go cock off at the handle. If you are a responsible adult, why would you want to shoot yourself in the foot like that? Why not use the energy to get to know yourself on a deeper level? Because actually where Venus is placed right now is trying to teach you that your wounds are beautiful, that your true self is beautiful, and that you don't have to hide who you are. And this moon and full moon in Leo is trying to tell you that you are allowed to shine. Shine, baby. Shine. You know, you got that grandma that's like, go ahead, baby, sing. You know, it's this pure pure joy to express your true identity and your true self that's here to help you self-actualize yourself a little bit more. You see that the wheel goes round and round, and we go back and forth with these energies. We play back and forth with these energies over and over again. If you don't learn the lessons now, you can learn them next transit. Or you can learn them whenever you want. You can learn them next lifetime, you know? And so we're just talking about how to work with them, and we're listening to these videos and stuff and trying to stay on track. But I don't want people to also feel like they have to beat themselves up about not being perfect. Who is? There's no such thing. I feel like us, the oneness, have broken up into pieces, which is imperfect within itself, where we are one. But the experience, the part of the feminine that wants to experience being mad, happy, sad, glad, rich, poor, sexual, transsexual, asexual, sapiosexual, vegan, or there's lots of different experiences to be had. None of them are perfect. None of them are the only one. And so I feel like that idea has to be eased and kind of phased out. Like you're a personality, a being, a soul having an experience of being here, of existing. Okay? All right, so you have Mercury energy in Pisces. Of course, we've been kind of discussing that, and everybody is always super duper afraid of retrogrades. But just finish up projects. Use that time to finish up projects The Mercury in retrograde is going to be on February 16th. And I don't have my calendar with me. I don't necessarily know how long it's going to last. Oh, I do know. Actually, I will be on vacation during that time till the middle of March. At some time. It'll be over with, but that'll be a time for you to finish up projects maybe that you didn't get to finish. Just don't start anything new. You'll be fine. Give new people and new situations some time to develop before you actually commit to them. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. If you're in a fog and you're having a hard time making decisions or figuring out who you are or what to do, what your purpose is, because Mercury and Pisces will have you wanting to find your purpose and your higher drive, the higher levels of consciousness will be on your mind. You'll want to get readings, you'll want to get healing, things that aren't linear. You'll just want to know what's going on behind the veil that can assist you with your life and moving forward. And I also see people experimenting a lot with different types of spiritualities. But please do your research and see what's appropriate for you. There's no need to rush this spiritual stuff. There are some people that are born and anointed to go into the spirit realm, and that's a small fraction of society. And most people need guidance, and to basically, I'm just saying, be safe before you sign off and let people make sacrifices and stuff in your name for you. Please. Okay? All right. Okay. And just, I also see changes being made in lifestyle. Sears and Aquarius, square Uranus and Taurus. You might all of a sudden just want to make changes to how you nourish and take care of yourself. And it'll impact your social life, meaning that if I'm going to extremes, a drug addict or a person that gossips, if you've been having unhealthy behaviors and you're starting to see that it's not for your highest and best good, then you'll want to change, which means your social network will change. And it might cause drama and tears and grieving and mourning. I feel like Mercury in Pisces is also about being able to heal and grieve and mourn the process. You're changing loyalties, right? You used to be loyal to one way of being and one thought, one school of thought. And now you're moving into maybe a new way of thinking that causes your relationships to become unstabilized. And it's going to take some time to recalibrate your life. But if you're doing things for your highest and best good, then your loyalty is moving in a better direction. And you will be assisted and comforted by your guides. Of course, they love when you listen and when you actually apply the lessons that they're trying to teach you, and allow them and ask them and reach out for help and ask them to assist you through the process, and you will land on your own 2 feet. But finding yourself and your individuality might be a bit of an ugly process, but in the end, you'll love the skin you're in, and that's what's most important. Peace to you.